Okay, everybody, we're going to get started. Here we are, week number 2, starting off week number 2. Here's a quick tally of where everybody is at as far as their points go. So hopefully at the beginning of each meeting, we'll have kind of what we call a leaderboard. So basically the way we take these points are listed on the left. How much you're engaging the Facebook community, how much you're encouraging others, if you're exercising, if you're logging, if you're using the Habit Catalyst application, the Fitness Pal application, and then just some other random things that are kind of discretionary. If you're connecting with your coach with questions. Today I noticed Sephora had her PWC t-shirt on, so she gets a point for that. So anyway, that's our leaderboard right there. We've got Kimberly, Sephora, and Kristen in the lead. And so basically that's your stats. So if you need to catch up at all, get working. And if you don't know how, contact your coach and they can help you. All right, so I'm gonna keep clicking here, maybe. Uh-oh. Hold on. Why is it not going? Oh, there we go. All right, so today's lesson or this week's focus is going to be basically about keeping your focus. There's lots of things that you're going to encounter on a daily basis that are going to try to take you right back into your old habits. And you're going to lose a little bit of focus from here to there just because you are human. So the lapses are temporary loss of focus. If you are relapsing a little bit, that means you have kind of a small train of lapses, or I'm calling them oopses. And it's kind of time to really take a little internal focus and try to figure out what's going on so that you can stop that before it becomes a collapse and you go right back into your old way of doing things. You're here to make changes, so we just want to keep that focus going. Know that those lapses are not anything to worry about, as long as you can identify what the lapse is and correct it as soon as you know you're starting to falter a little bit. Hey, Matt, where are my notes? If I have the notes on these slides.
You have to actually show them somehow.
Oh, I did. Because I have a whole lot of, oh, here we go.
There you go.
Maybe. No, that's not, okay. Hold on here. That's not exactly what I wanted. Okay, so, ooh. Okay, but I got to get you out of the way. Hold on. Technical difficulties here. So anyways, the slip-ups, the lapse is obviously not a planned event, or maybe it is actually. It could be a celebration, anything that would take you out of your normal routine. Like I said, it's not a failure. You are human. We do need to enjoy our lives. It is, something that's going to happen. So, just to reevaluate if those continue to kind of take over and you start to fall back into those old habits. What can trigger a lapse? Any kind of social event, holidays, celebrations, traveling, anything like that can definitely set you back a little bit. Life, feelings and emotions that come with, problems at work, problems with coworkers, your children and their schedules, financial difficulties, anything like that can trigger emotions, which often lead to emotional eating. So identifying those feelings as they're happening and trying to come up with a different way of handling those situations is something that we're going to try to focus on a little bit, is just identifying them. And of course, we talked about this a little bit, is the lack of planning. If you're not prepared, if you don't have groceries in the house, if you don't know what you're going to be cooking for dinner tonight or tomorrow morning, or breakfast tomorrow morning or anything like that, you are going to probably go for something that's a lot more convenient and probably something that's not as good for you. So take the time to look at your time management, your organizational skills, and that kind of thing. All right. If you feel yourself going into a lapse, the first thing that you should probably do is to kind of notice that you're going into a lapse and stop and think about what you're doing. And then forgive yourself. You're going to make mistakes. Like we said, don't blame yourself. Don't make excuses. It's just a one-time incident. Won't be the first, won't be the last. And remind yourself on the good things, the progress you have made, and stay positive about it. And then kind of think to yourself of what that trigger is that set that lapse in motion in the first place, so that you can kind of break that chain of events. And then make a short-term plan. Decide what you're going to do from there. So you ate the cheesecake. You said you weren't going to eat the cheesecake. What are you going to do from there? So maybe it's just a very small goal, like I'm not going to eat for the next 15 minutes, or I'm not going to, whatever it is for you. When I'm out at a restaurant, sometimes if I start to feel myself eating to the point where I know that I'm eating way too much, I just remove myself from the table, get up, go use the restroom, take a couple minutes, and then by the time I get back, I have kind of broken that chain of wanting to eat everything on my plate when I know I'm really not that hungry. And then finally, just seek support from your friends, your coaches, and anybody else that might be able to help you if you kind of lose your focus and you need to just kind of rejuvenate a little bit, I guess. So basically, those are kind of the steps of dealing with that situation when you get there. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is the social events and some of the tips to get you through. If you know you're going somewhere and you know that you're going to lose your focus, some of these things could help you. I always tell people that if you're going somewhere where you know there's going to be a buffet or anything like that, to eat before you go. Eat a small snack, drink a ton of water, so when you get there, you're full. You don't even, you look at the food and it doesn't even appeal to you. If there's munchies on the table, seat yourself away from where that bread basket is, or where the peanuts are, or whatever it is that makes you want to, consume like the whole basket of them, the chips and salsa. And then again, watch for liquid calories. Sometimes we forget about how many calories are in our drinks, especially the, some of those margaritas, the daiquiris, that kind of thing that's made with a lot of ice creams and sugary syrups. Those really, really add up. There could be up to 500 calories in just one drink alone. So, make a better choice. Put a glass of water between, if you are going to drink, take a drink a glass of water, take another drink, take a glass of water, so that you're just really, really full. If you have a choice between grilled or baked versus fried or breaded, always take the grilled or baked. Try not to eat that fried batter or breading. And then, of course, green versus brown. Greens, vegetables, salads. Fill your plate up with green. And then just if there's potatoes or anything that's starchy, like that, you want it, take a little dab of it. That's great, but you don't need to fill your plate up with it, and you don't need to go back for seconds. Dressings. Creamy is usually bad. Go for something that's lower fat, lower calorie. And then I had to kind of laugh at the dip and stab method, which is actually exactly what I do, where you have your dressing on the side, you dip your fork into the dressing, and then you eat your salad with just that little bit of dressing on your fork, so that you're not drowning your lettuce in salad or salad dressing. Of course, if you're eating out, usually most restaurants will have a healthier option, so that's a good start also. And then sometimes what I'll do also is, if you go out and you want to have the burger, don't eat it all. Cut it in half and put the half immediately into to-go box and remove it from your site, and then take it home with you and have it for lunch the next day. A lot of times coffee or tea will kind of curb your craving for a dessert. So that's another way to kind of head off a bad choice. And then as far as traveling goes, if you know you're going to travel and be stuck in an airport or on the road where you're going to be looking for McDonald's or something like that, take those shakes with you. You can take bars, powders. You can take your own snacks. I posted up some ready-to-go snacks on Facebook, so be sure to look for that list as well. All right, moving on. Talking a little bit about emotional eating, identifying those emotions that are going to trigger you to want to go to the cupboard. What are you feeling? Are you actually feeling hungry, or are you just looking for some comfort? The physical hunger, you're going to know. You're going to have hunger pangs, maybe a headache, maybe you're lightheaded. Those are all signs of true hunger. Psychological is more of a craving. You're looking for that food that we all listed on Facebook. What are those foods that you need to, the bad foods, the hard ones for you to turn down? So kind of try to decipher what it is you're going through. And if it is a psychological hunger, is it boredom, stress, anger, fatigue, loneliness, guilt? What is the feeling that's triggering that? So just kind of knowledge is power. And then try to break that chain. If you're starting to feel that way, come up with a better way to kind of handle that feeling. You're going to have these feelings your whole life. And if you keep relying on food, it's going to be, you're going to go right back to what started this program. So try to come up with a different way. Some of the ones I put down over here are, maybe you go on a walk, get outside, move your body a little bit. Maybe you call a friend or, a parent. Maybe it's TV, or read a book, do a chore. Who wants to do that? So anyway, just try to identify the feelings and come up with a different strategy so that the next time you say, okay, here it is again, I'm feeling lonely, I think I'm going to go for a walk, or I think I'm going to go call my friend. All right. And then, of course, being organized and prepared, like we've been discussing. It all starts with finding a day to sit down, get a couple hours under your belt to get your recipes in order. Take those recipes and make your grocery list. Take your grocery list, go to the pantry, and cross off anything that you already have so you don't need to double buy it. And then go shopping, and then look at your calendar. What 2 nights or what one day or whatever works for you are you going to sit down and bulk cook? And then just set that time aside to get it all done, get it pre-portioned, put it in those Ziploc bags or put it in those Tupperware containers and get it ready to go so that it's convenient. And do the same for your snacks as well. And then looking ahead to week number 2, the next habit we're going to do is, just being prepared and focusing on that planning stage. So that will be your next habit catalyst habit that you're going to be working on. That will come with the lessons every day. So I want you to go ahead and, make sure you're logging in every day and answering those questions. Plan and register for what classes you want to take. Maybe you're going to try something new. Put your name on the list so that you get that reminder. Hold yourself accountable for it. And then what I thought would be a good idea is for everybody to kind of think about throughout the next week when those triggers happen, when you start to feel that lapse in your devotion or dedication to your program, and identify it and then make a plan on how you can cope with it. And put it up on the Facebook. I want to see it. One, I was going to send a shout out to Kristen, who actually texted me Friday and said, I'm not going to lie, I'm going out with friends. I am probably going to make some bad choices. I need to know how I'm going to prepare for this. So we did a little back and forth about basically, alcohol, which she didn't then fess up to not drinking at all, but she did have the pecan pie, which is great. So she traded one for the other, but she didn't do both. So shout out to that for just knowing that that was going to be a trigger and, getting that way to be prepared before you went into the situation. But anyway, post them up on the Facebook as you come across those feelings throughout the week. Grab support from the other people that are in this program. We're in it together for a reason. And pull from everybody else's strength to help you. And then of course, bring your friends. If you have a friend, maybe they go to the gym, maybe they don't go to the gym. If they want to come and work out, bring them along with you. There's a lot of support and accountability to bringing a friend to work out with you. They're going to keep you motivated and engaged. So if you have a friend, bless you. If you have a friend that wants to come work out, you can let me know. You can text me or email me or call me or Facebook me, and we'll get them registered along with you if there's 2 spots in the class. And one more thing for Facebook this week, everybody go out there and post one motivational quote up there, something that kind of hits home with you. So since I don't think there's any questions, Matt, do you have any questions?
I don't. Great job.
Thanks. So I guess that's it for now. I'm kind of over and out, but I will go ahead and post the slideshow up on Facebook for everybody to see, so you can take a look at it. And we'll know, because if you don't post anything, I'll know you didn't watch it. So that's 2 points gone. Just saying. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add, Matt?
No, you covered it all.
Okay. Very good. Then I guess we're done.
All right.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.